Welcome back to Carscoops, where this week we're driving the 2024 Ford Bronco. This particular trim is the Everglades trim. It comes standard and only with the 4-cylinder engine that Ford provides, along with 300 horsepower and a 10-speed automatic gearbox. Just before we picked this Bronco up, we asked you, what do you want to know about it? So today, we're going to answer your questions. So our first question is a simple one. How are the marine grade seats? Again, this is the Everglades trim, so it's meant to be driven in the wet, in the rain, potentially in some lakes, and puddles, and streams, and things of that nature. Of course, Ford gave us this vehicle in the Rocky Mountains, so we're not going to be putting it through any of those things. But I can tell you this, the seats are really surprising for a couple of reasons. First, they're really cushy. They're highly cushioned. They're very, very thick as well. And just looking at them when compared to the rest of the interior, they look luxurious compared to everything else. In terms of the feeling of the material, pretty good. Really no complaints there. It kind of emulates leather a little bit. I like the two-tone factor. I kind of wish there was a little bit more adjustment, but again, you're in a Bronco. This is really not a luxury vehicle, no matter the way that you slice it. Alright, our next question comes from a reader who wonders, why is there only one picture of this vehicle in the article asking us questions about this? Well, a little inside baseball for you. Ford provided us this vehicle, but we went ahead and wrote the article before we picked it up because we knew we'd have access to it. After we picked it up, then we were able to actually upload a photo. So whoever asked that question, we actually had no photos of this vehicle in the original article because we hadn't even seen it yet. We had not had any access to it. So that's what happens. If you see an article where all the photos are of the vehicle in question, that means that the writer had access to the vehicle at the time of posting the article. Our next question is another simple one. You'll notice on the side of the Everglades trim, there's a giant sticker that says Everglades. And this person asked, can you remove that? The answer is yeah, absolutely. It feels just like a decal because it is just a decal. You can rip that puppy off, but I can't tell you how hard or easy it'll be to make sure that all the adhesive comes off and there's no remnants of it left behind. Personally, I think it kind of looks cool. I think it makes this Bronco stand out. And here in Colorado Springs, there's a lot of Broncos, so this one's easy to spot. One reader asked us, how deep can the Everglades go? Well, I'll tell you what Ford says right here on the screen. This is how deep Ford says you can take this. Now, I haven't been able to find a place to take it that deep here in Colorado, but I do feel confident that if we could find a place to do that, it would do it just fine. It's been bulletproof for over a week now. No issues whatsoever anywhere we've taken it. And as you can see, we're not exactly on an everyday boulevard. Finally, DB asked us to compare and contrast fuel economy based on different fuel grades, different octane ratings. And there's a small problem with that. Here where we're testing it in Colorado Springs, 87 is both mid-grade and what Ford recommends for this 2.3-liter turbocharged engine. That said, it really wouldn't make too big of a difference to try 85 or 91. So here's what I can tell you. So far, in mixed driving, all the way up into the mountains of like Copper, and then back down into Colorado Springs, now up here on Old Stage Road, we've got 17.3 miles to the gallon. Now, these are the fuel economy scores from Ford. That's what they say it'll do combined. So, those are all the questions you had for us regarding the 2024 Bronco. If you have any more, leave a question in the comments.